Good afternoon, free enterprise fans, and welcome to another fantastic race. We are wrapping up our Potion Party weeks with a fantastic tiebreaker race between Frankie Bones and Cubsrule21. My name's Vatasia. I'm joined on the mic by eNinja81. How are we doing today, eNinja?
We're doing fine today.
Yeah, so as we said, this is a race between these two teams. They are tied presently at 1-1. This is, of course, New Moon and Jimmy and Bimmy Eat World. On Cubs Rule is in New Moon, and Frankie Bones, Jimmy and Bimmy, tied at one apiece. Their other racers raced earlier this week, so here we are on a Sunday afternoon deciding who's going to move forward in this. Everyone's moving forward, but we gotta have a winner. That's how these tournaments end up working.
Yeah, exactly. And I see our hero for today is Young.
Young's not an interesting character. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying. He's kind of interesting. His agility growth's not super great.
It's not great, and he's one of the few characters that you can't put a bunch of gear on him and just make him effective from the word go. He needs levels really to be effective, and in the Potion Party flag sets, levels is something that we don't always get. We've seen a lot of these flag sets, and in the 30s or sometimes into the early 40s.
Yeah.
So with that, Young ends up not being able to really reach his true potential. So not always a great pickup right now. But it's interesting. He still does have some interesting mechanics. One, he can equip the Thunderclaw, which makes going through Lower Babel and those 4 trap chests that are in Lower Babel a breeze, so long as you have that Thunderclaw. Yeah. And he of course he's known as the Punch Mage. He can dish out lots of elemental damage while still doing physical damage. So Rubican, Kenyatso, anything that has an elemental weakness, he can hit. So
yeah, and also Edge, Young Edge. I like it.
And a Magma start. Okay.
Let me think about this.
So I mean, this is chaos. Absolutely, already well rolled.
Yes, I like it, Oscar.
I tell you what, when I do these sorts of seeds, though, when I see the only thing that makes me deviate from the first 10 minutes of my routing in the early part is an early Earth Crystal. Early Magma Key, I'm still, hey, I'm going to do a little bit of looting. I'm going to try a couple shops to buy before I go into the underworld. Now,
wow, Short Sword Assassin Edge. I mean, that's not bad. He's going right up Hobbs. Cubs is. I actually like this play.
I do like it.
It's an Edward.
Oh. Hey, I'll take an Eddie.
With a ruby there? I mean, that edge is doing like 600 damage, so yeah, he's just going to pass around to edge. And
yeah, I like that, and it's what you want to do.
Just get through it, and there you go. Okay, so I mean, you got your third party member. Didn't check any chests on the back of Hobbs.
No, and I think that's probably the right move. You only want to do that if you have an exit mage. A Tella or a Porum who has already been powered up somehow. but is going to go right into Antlion. Frankiebones,
Yeah.
meanwhile, is going and checking at least the waterfall caves, being like, hey, just in case Demist is here. We have
Yeah.
seen races turn on odd Demist locations, so
Yeah.
not necessarily a poor check.
No, not by any means. And Cubs is kind of looting as he's going down Antlion. He hasn't done any deep looting yet. I think Cubs is just going for checks. And there's an Odin.
We see Odin. We also saw that, we have Yang with a Thunderclaw pre-equipped.
Yeah.
So he's going to be punching a little bit hard anyway.
And there goes Odin. Bye, Odin. Adamant. Half a forge. I mean, that's half of an objective.
Frankie taking the long way. You don't often see someone taking the hovercraft through the Damsian Shallows back around over to Kaipo. That's not something you see a whole lot of runners doing. So some tech that not everyone does. And I haven't seen that since the vanilla game.
Huh. And I'm thinking Cubs. Okay, Cubs is now probably going to start either doing some shopping or... Okay, shopping.
Yeah, makes sense to start here. Different runners have different places to shop. Troya is super interesting to shop because it not only has your standard weapon and armor shop, but it does have 2 item shops. So
Yep.
it affords you some extra opportunities for some items. If you have Rydia, it's a fantastic place to stop. But otherwise, maybe you're looking for life pots, some camping
like
gear
there.
here and there.
Like the life pots there in the item shop. And now Cubs is going dropping down again. Are they thinking
this is a flame dog?
Flame dog. I see it.
Flame
because
dog is very difficult to do this early in the game. Although you have an edge
with a short assassin dagger, can you swoon a flame dog?
You can, but it's very, very difficult because you have to catch it right after it acts.
Yeah.
And then you do have to hit it. It can be a little bit difficult.
I was just wondering. I was like, can you swoon the flame dog? This is kind of a bold play by Cubs. If this is like flame dog, like say into man, can the flame dog have the earth crystal? I guess it could.
It absolutely can. Yes, it can.
Yeah.
There's
that
nothing
would be kind of weird.
Dog test can't have. It's really interesting.
Yeah. It'd be weird if it had like the earth crystal. Because there's no way he could do Zot 1 and 2 with this party.
Probably not. No. I mean, it would be a little bit difficult. One of the things, and I think this is one of the things that I like the most about these potion party flags, even though they're getting ready to go away here after this week, is that there's not been a meta that's been established. Like, everyone has their own different opening routes. There's not been one thing that's established the right way to do it.
Wait, what was that?
Was the pigtail.
Oh.
I mean, it's another one for the pot. It's not something that we necessarily need. It's not an objective, but we've often seen that people struggle to get to 10 key items to really ramp up their experience gain. So another one for the pile, as they say.
Yes. And Cubs is going to check it and be like, nope, some form of Mylon.
Actually resets out, so no longer has the pink tail.
Yeah.
Got rid of it. Says not worth it.
Drain Spears for sale?
Brain Spears are a fantastic item to throw at the enemy's faces. It's interesting. Yeah, Edge's Dart command relies on the attack power of the item, not necessarily on the accuracy or the stats that are given. So Brain Spear has fantastic attack power. It just has -10 strength, which is why you don't ever equip it on your
team. Super bad agility or accuracy as well.
Exactly. So it's not a fun weapon to put on your cane in any capacity, but because that attack power is so high, it's fantastic for Edge to throw directly at an enemy's face.
Yep. The only time it's worth equipping is if you're anchoring a cane.
And even then, if Kane's your anchor, you probably have bigger issues to deal with.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Kaipo has all the camping gear. Yeah, I was going to say, Kaipo has all the camping gear. Ooh, Zeus gauntlets in Kaipo.
Yeah, we saw frankiebones check out those shops earlier, just did not quite have the capital resources to make those investments.
Yeah, I mean, those Zeus gauntlets are really nice. And Cubs is going to go to Baron Inn, it looks like. Seeing it's a Sid.
Oh, it's a Sid, and frankiebones is already on that fight. Says, "Hey, by the way, there's a demist behind it." So it's a punchy demist at this point, but certainly doable.
Oh yeah.
Little too punchy on frankiebones' side.
Yeah, and Cubs actually bought a few Drain Spears for such a fight.
Yep. Cubsrule uses those Drain Spears and gets right through it. Oh, hello, Hook.
Hey, Hook.
Wouldn't it have been great if we had, say, a pink tail to turn in right now? Huh, Cubs? I mean, I get you, there's no reason to turn it in, but you know.
I mean, it's not going to be an adamant. I mean, it could be anything. It could even be a white shirt.
White shirt is exactly what this team needs to really. Yes. It's just a plain white tee.
Oh. I just have to say that for a few of the people I know in Discord. And Cubs is going to go to Eblan. Mainly probably for money, but I mean, you do have
powered up enough that he can clear these out, and certainly going to try to be doing it without
using hourglasses. I know.
Yeah, he's gonna say he's gonna reset out. I think you take maybe the first one with an hourglass, and the next couple you're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. maybe like that chest, maybe hourglass life glitch. You get some levels on your party. The one that really annoys me is the skeletons and the skeletons and Stellman. It's just because it's so many bodies.
It is a lot of bodies, and if you can get through it, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
The real trick with that is that if you haven't found another weapon for Edge and are still rocking
Yeah.
that assassin dagger you started with, it'll end up like that nerfs your flame spell to sweep through all the skeletons. If
Yeah,
you
'cause it-
unequip the assassin, they're all gone.
Yeah, because that decreases your wisdom stat, which is what his ninja spells are based off of. And Cub takes another wipe to the Lamia chest.
Yeah, and I think he does what a lot of us are thinking that now. It's like in the order of everything. That's the one that you want to be able to skip. Oh, that's an Avenger. If only we had someone to wield that Avenger.
Yes. Cub's playing it smart here. This time, hourglass and those ogres.
Yep, gets the kill on the first one. Does not have anyone queued up and ready to go for the swoon proc to get a life glitch off, unfortunately. So won't be getting maximum experience, but still gets at least one. Will be nice.
Trying to sneak a Bacchus off of him. I approve. Yes, I do approve of the stealing of the Bacchus wines.
Oh, absolutely. You're set up that this is going to be a pretty melee heavy party anyway, with between Edge and Gong, maybe Sid. If you can find a spoon, maybe Edward. I mean, so anything you can do to help accelerate that.
But yeah. Mary's like maybe 2 or 3 is fine. I know when I was doing Potion Party, I generally, if I had an edge, I would usually steal about 6, depending on how many melee party members I had. If I had 3 melees, 6 was a nice number.
See, to me, I try to.
But after that, I was like, no.
Yeah. I think, I'm in the 3 to 4 range is what I like. I like to have multiple people zerked up if I need to. If you run into a plague in a bad spot, for example. That being said, most of the time, most of your damage is coming only from one person anyway. So the idea is let one person zerk up, hold action for the rest.
Yeah. And we got a protect ring, huh? I mean, it's something. Boy, Evelyn's got a lot of money today.
Yes, it does. It does look like frankiebones is doing the warrior chest. This is going to be a long time because these warriors do have quite a bit of health, each one of them. And it's taken 4 swings from Edge each time.
But he is going to life glitch him. And that's a decent amount of experience off those warriors.
this will be a solid chunk of experience once
Yeah.
Frankie gets through. We've seen lots of runners try to save. You're given 3 hourglasses to start a race. Of course, there's 3 trap chests in Eblan that a lot of people use them for, but
Yep.
trying to hold one for the warrior chest, or in some cases the hairdryer chest on
Yep.
the moon, can be a fantastic way to just really slingshot your experience.
Yeah, especially if you and Cubs goes back and buys 2 Zeus gauntlets.
Also remembers, oh yeah, I beat D-Mist. I've done that more than a handful
Yep.
of times too, Cubs. I just forget that I beat D-Mist and have to go back and do it.
Getting his tower key and to me, if you get tower key, you already have magma key. Does that drive you straight to tower, or do you go elsewhere?
Depends on the levels. I think I
Yeah.
do, like, I make sure I do warrior chest just to make sure I have the levels
Yeah.
first, but then I'm fine with it. That being said, Frankie Bones not only found the legend sword there, so we can turn in and get a fantastic weapon for Yang,
Yeah.
but we also found the Earth Crystal, which is an objective, and complete the Tower of Zod.
Yeah. Ninja hats for sale. Nice.
So right now we see kind of an interesting contrast in styles. Even though we had
Yeah.
an early magma key, Frankie Bones is saying, I'm going to cash in on that magma key and dive deep, and has certainly been rewarded up to this point in time.
Yeah.
Cubsrule, though, has been doing the opposite, says, I'm going to keep doing my overrule checks. We're not going to get out of order here. And has certainly been, it's been paying off
Yeah.
for Cubs as well. Like, they've both been finding value in their objectives. We see an interesting, Dark Elf and Mega Sisters at King and Queen spot.
Yeah, I was about to say, one of those is free, the other is not free. I mean, to me, Dark Elf is not bad. Mega Sisters, no.
It's not bad. It could be worse.
Those spells are going to hit, like, hard.
Look, just get a mute knife. Zerk up. It's okay.
I like what someone in the chat said. Dark Elf is only free adjacent.
It's true. It used to be free. But
Yeah.
remember with
No,
free.
yeah, see no free. Yeah, you can't. Well, Oscar, it can't be scrap. We have a young hero. This ain't Edge.
God hand. Okay, so that'll come in handy against that Dark Elf right there.
She's like, I don't care. You always root for scrap. Okay. God hand is nice because it is a technically considered a holy weapon, and it'll do a lot of damage to that Dark Elf.
Absolutely. Okay, Frankie Bones coming in. Are we taking it right? We're taking it right.
Oh, we're gonna raid that treasury. Wait. Wait. Okay, we are.
Raid that treasury. Oh, okay. We have. Oh. Ooh.
It's not bad.
It's quite good, all things. I mean,
Oh
that
yeah,
was
yeah. That was a what I would call a lot of dowry dues.
that was in the that had to be over 200,000.
Oh
I
yeah, it
think.
was. Like I said, a lot of dowry dues.
Yeah, I think it started out weak. There was a couple of weak chests in there, but certainly back to back, like 35,000 certainly helped. So, I mean, we don't need to worry about money for the rest of the seed. Not that there's really too often a worry about money in these potion party seeds from all the looting that you have to do
Yeah.
for the trap treasure chests, but we certainly don't have to worry now.
And there's Frankie Bones picking up some life potions as well in Troya while they are there.
So it is worth pointing out that, among other things, the God Hand, we saw that plus 15 to strength, agility, and
Yeah.
vitality.
Yeah.
And so Yang is now super speedy, and as our anchor, not always what you want to see, but
No.
I think the damage is too much to pass up.
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy with a claw. Why not let him do his thing? And
Meanwhile, yeah, Cubsrule is over here saying, by the way, there are two hook trap chests that are on the hook route, so I'm gonna go do those. I really like the hook play personally. It's something that I try to lean into whenever I can.
yeah. Cubs putting those Zeus gauntlets on because, as we know, both trap chests here in the hook route are basically giant tape bosses.
Yep. So with that, Frankie Bones does pick up the pigtail, and since this is in the normal progress, we'll keep that pigtail. It'll be interesting to see if we get towards the end of this race, and any level difference between Frankie Bones and Cubsrule might be able to be explained by if they get to a 10 key items a little bit earlier.
Yep.
All right, so Mylan Z, of course, over here on Frankie Bone's side. Again, we do have the God Hand, so that will end up being quite useful on Mylan Z. Meanwhile, oh, there's a shiny stick for a Cecil that we don't have.
Yeah. And it's just another dupe Edward with some form of guards, which doesn't really matter because this is not a boss hunt.
Nope,
But I still
nor do
think
we have to launch it. Yeah, so it's good to know.
Cubs will probably still go up and do the other set of chests. Yep. I mean, you got the Zeus gauntlets. Oh, very first chest.
Okay, so we have our first white mage as a seed over here on Frankiebone's side, Rosa. Absolutely wonderful to see. Great time showing up, Rosa, especially since you're going to learn exit very, very soon.
Yes, because it's always nice to have an exit mage.
So Mom Bomb here is actually a little bit mean. Like this is normally a pretty low HP spot, all things said, and Mom Bomb getting extra HP in order to complete the explosion portion just feels mean.
Yep. Frankie did not buy drain spears. That was on Cub's side. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Frankie did. I'm sorry.
That second chest was just another Zeus gauntlet. So between all of that, the hook route has turned into a gigantic time sink, unfortunately for Cubsrule. So really interesting. I mean, instant reset out right now. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Frankiebones clears out, is done with Earth Crystal, and soon we'll get the key item. But otherwise, that's just a rough spot to be in.
Yeah, that's wow.
And hey, we can liberate Baron Castle and do another objective. So Zot into Baron, which is another objective immediately. That's I mean, yeah, we're either a darkness or a sand ruby away from go mode. There is that mute knife as well that we mentioned that will come in handy for Magus Sisters at Asura spot. That's a nasty spot overall, but you put it on edge, zerk him up. He can do some work there. We also saw an Elven Bow also on Sid, and same thing.
Yep. And what does Cubs get?
Just a crystal. Just the wrong crystal. Like, not even the useful crystal. This is the crystal that is less useful than crystal armor in this flag set.
But we can go fight Zeromus now.
Look,
I know.
Last tournament we had yay, we can get to the underground meme. This tournament we're having yay, we can fight Zero Miss meme. I will not stand for it. I will
I'm
not.
just messing with you. The new sad Ruby. I like it. Call it the sad crystal. Does that work?
Well, I'm fine with that. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That being said, you know, it's interesting because both of these runners, I mean, they're both, you know, making progress. Just every check that Frankie Bones has been making has turned out to be a winner, and unfortunately for Cubs, every check that he's been making has proven to not be the right one. So it's Rando's gonna Rando sometimes, but
yeah, Cubs just keeps zonking out, and that's how it works sometimes.
Yeah, and I can't say that any plays that Cubs have been making has been bad. They're very similar plays, if not the exact plays that I'd be making. It's just, hey, that Warrior's chest leading to the Earth Crystal, which then leads you to the Baron Key, which are 2 objectives. Fantastic. And while you're down there, you also get the thing to forge the sword, which is another objective.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's where the Artemis bows were.
Just hanging out in Dorf.
And ribbons.
Absolutely.
I do love me some ribbons.
Meanwhile, Val here is a little bit mean. You know, normally we out-level this spot by quite a bit, but, you know, that's great evasion.
Yeah.
The magic hit is pretty high right here. Yes, Frankie remembered Drain Spears.
All the darts.
Yep, darting and crumbling. And, oh, Wyvern has jokes too.
Piggy, Mass Piggy. I like it.
Meanwhile, Frankie finds another Edward. Just Edward really wants to be a member of this party.
Yeah.
Scene.
I'm like, no.
It's funny because I've found Edward to be more viable for potion party seeds than usually in other seeds, just because we know he can survive a little bit, and you don't have to worry about a big bang.
And it looks like Cubs gets through the Dwarf Castle. Oh, Dwarf 1.
There's the rat tail, so here comes the immediate turn in for Frankie Bones.
You know what? That's not a bad Dwarf 2. I mean, yeah, they do hit hard, but their health is split.
I just keep thinking back to the meme whenever I see the rat tail. It's like, the rat tail could turn into any key item, even a rat tail.
The rat tail could be a pink tail.
Hey, here's the spoon. Edward's online.
Nice. Because we need a Sparty boon. Oh. Cubs doesn't have a way to warp back in, does he?
No, he does not. This is a solo shot, and that's why I think going into Dwarf Castle, yeah, just a zonk.
Ouch.
He has a Palom now. The unfortunate part is got him like way too late and did not learn anything. So
Nope. Gotta be at level 29.
meanwhile, it looks like frankiebones is setting up to go to one of my favorite plays anyway, but it is a dense check into Lower Tower of Babel. There's 4 trap treasure chests, not only top of tower that you can normally have access to, but also we have the tower key. So 6 total checks here. It is a very dense location, so it's a fantastic spot to check when you have the opportunity. Some folks dodge it until they have the tower key. With 5 other checks here, it's still more dense than a lot of other places you can possibly go. So I really like this check anyway.
Oh, I like it even without the key. Generally, that was a check I would do pretty regularly. And with Young with a Thunderclaw on, no problem for those eyeballs.
Meanwhile, Cubsrule, I think, set up with a slightly better party in a little bit higher levels. It looks to be going into the Fey March for the very first time. Remember, Warrior Chest leads to the Earth Crystal, which leads to the Baron Key. So certainly a lot of value to be gained from the Warrior Chest if Cubsrule opts to open it right now.
And so far, from Frankbone's side, the trap chests there in Lower Tower, all zonks. What was it? Blizzard Spear and a Coffin.
Blizzard Spear, Coffin, and this one is a... Oh, we're in go mode now.
Darkness Crystal. Well, well now. And Frankie's just going straight back down. Frankie's like, nah, I'm good here.
Says, yeah, we can do this Darkness Crystal. We can pick up a character. I mean, if you want to do Hair Dryer's Chest because you're uncomfortable with your levels, which I
and he does still have an Hourglass, I think, on Frankie's side. If he still has one, depending on what's on the moon, potential slingshot.
Meanwhile, Cubsrule did take the Warrior Chest, and Young took a nap. That's fine. There's the Earth Crystal. Happy to see it on Cubsrule's side. And as Enjadave is pointing out in chat, Frankie Bones is at 11 key
Yeah.
items, by the way. So
Yeah,
XP
so
is now doubled. Lots of key items heavy. So if you do take this hair dryers, it can really, really power up whoever this last character is. If it's someone. Now, you need to have the 5th character is the problem.
I mean, did Frankie Bones get the X-Cal from Evelyn or no? Was there one in there?
An X-Scout elsewhere as well.
Okay. Maybe I would pick up the character then. Oh, got one from the Pink Tail. Yeah, that's right. Maybe he's thinking this party's good enough to do the moon.
Well, I mean, Spoonward, Edge, Godhand, Young, Artie, Sid. Yeah, that's kind of good enough, I think.
Yeah. I mean, me, I would have checked the character first, then went to do hair dryers, but
yeah, I probably would have checked the character. Even then, like, the problem with doing a Cecil right now is that you have to then turn around and take time to go get Cecil online, doing Olive Ordeals, which takes, 4 or 5 minutes. If you are in go mode as quickly as Frankie Bones is at 44 minutes, this is where the nerves really start coming in.
Yeah.
Where you're like, hey, I need my levels and I just need to check these bosses to see if I can do them. Because Cubsrule is a fantastic runner. And you cannot waste any time if Cubsrule is on your tail.
Yeah, I was kind of figuring Frankie Bones' next check is K value. See what's there.
Hey,
what?
Firebird Lover, I see you in chat. Are you advertising your legal services of Golbez, and Golbez in chat? Because that's spamming, and you shouldn't be doing that. Just want to call that out.
His rules.
Yeah, Cubs is doing Sylph right now. I can understand when you feel behind, you feel like, hey, this isn't the ideal party to do Sylph right now, so I have to do it because I have to make up the time. That being said, like, I would hate to do this, and I feel like he probably hates it too.
You know what? I like this fight here. Asura at K value. Oh yeah, I mean you have Edge with a mute dagger. You're gonna blink him first though.
Getting everyone blinked up, or getting the important people blinked up, and then putting a wall on Asura and zerking and saying,
in order. Yep. That's what I'm saying. He's just going to do reflect, though. Just reflect Starvels to Asura.
Edge is going to go ham, Plumeria, but Edward also has a spoon. Like, let Eddie hit things.
I think the Edge is going to hit things a little bit harder, though.
And at this point, you want everyone to gain levels, so you try to keep everyone alive. We're on the Toad fight on Cubsrule side.
Yeah. Oh, the Toad lady.
RPG Mel, I don't think... Frankie never got back to us. I do believe Frankie faded Castle Eblan entirely, which is not something I've seen in a potion party scene. Fading Castle Eblan 100%.
Oh yeah, that edge is just making quick work of Asura.
Yeah, there was a little bit of setup involved letting Rosa cast all those blinks, but certainly playing out exactly like we want. Yeah, and it's over.
Yep. Ferrari will play Frankie. And it's a dart for the ninja. Exactly, more darts.
More darts, more darts, more darts. Okay, now stop darts.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does look like Cubs is about to pick up the darkness, which is, I mean, hey.
I'd be still kind of scared about the Asura spot in the Fey March.
Oh,
at this point,
100%.
I mean, Magus Sisters. Those spells are going to hit really hard.
They may hit a little bit hard, but if we have a Protect Ring that will protect from elemental damage a little bit, I think we'll be all right. Besides, it's those four. I mean, this is our go mode at this point in time. And if we bounce off something, we still have the Masamune altar that we can run to.
Yeah. I agree. Like I said, the Dark Elf, I'm pretty sure is relatively easy. It's just the other... I'd probably do the Dark Elf first.
Well, Frankie is saying, hey, let's get these mages out of the way.
Let's get the mages out of the way first. Okay. Oh, the thing is, here, HP is split, and Mindy would not have a whole lot of health. Did not one-shot her. Like someone said in chat.
Yeah. Spoonward followed it up, though, so we got that.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty much over now. Yeah, it's pretty much over.
And I do appreciate Frankie Bones unequipping the God Hand off Yang, knowing that, hey, if 15 agility is on at the start of the fight, that's going to ruin my anchor situation. Take it off, put it back on to start the fight afterwards.
And
And
boom, through.
through.
I like it.
Meanwhile, we're one fight away.
Hey, look, a ninja
This
shirt.
this is really something that I've not seen yet in Potion Party. Frankie Bones is getting ready to finish up his last fight.
Sub-hour?
6-6, sub-hour. More than that, Cubsrule has not done a single objective yet. This is... I don't know if unheard of is the right word. Like, I did not expect to see this.
I didn't expect it either.
Community. Yeah, not sub 60. We've seen a couple sub 60s before, but sub 60 sweep. 6-0 objectives.
Yeah, I think, wow.
Yeah, this is absolutely a credit to Frankie. Just reading the seed exactly as it was planned out and says, here's my objectives, and just routed it fantastically. Cubs, I think, has made more checks. Cubs has made, I think, significantly more checks. But all of those checks were just zonk after zonk after zonk after zonk. And you feel bad for it, but that's the nature of Rando sometimes.
And there he goes, just darting his X-Cal and stuff like that. Throwing the God Hand on to buff the Young and probably Zerk the Young, I would assume.
We're probably going to be Zerking Edward, if I had to guess anyone. Edward or Yang, because they have the...
Yeah, that's what I said. Zerk the Young with the God Hand, because that's a holy weapon. Oh, yeah. Yep. That Young is doing some work.
Alright, so Cubsrule is turning into Legend Sword, so it's... I mean, we'll see when the crumble happens, but it's not going to be a total 6-0 sweep, but... Whew, I mean...
Yeah.
Just a very well-run route overall by Frankie Bones.
And boom.
Oh, and there it is. Goes down. That Dark Elf just melted in the face of the God Hand, and just a Crystal Sword immediately after, just because. But GG's for a 55 minutes and 49 seconds. GG's Frankie Bones pulling out the win over Cubsrule, and also the win for the team as they move to 2-1 and win this week. GG's Frankie Bones.
Yep, GG's to Frankie.
And our tournament admin, GG's Frankie Bones. We're welcomed by Frankie Bones in the booth. GG's.
Thank you.
And Scala Kitty has confirmed this in our chat. This is the fastest finish in the tournament so far. So that was just blazing.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't know if I could have routed that any better, and I was a nervous wreck the entire time because all the right things kept popping up. So.
Yeah. GG's, man. That was an amazing race.
Thank you.
Yeah, the early Warriors check has been, there's some people in the community whom shall remain nameless, who have been pushing the Warrior chest as a meme for this part of the tournament. So seeing the Warrior chest pay off so heavily so early, because that led to the Earth Crystal, which led to the Baron Key. So there's 2 objectives, boom, boom. And then while you're down there, hey, we're going to pick up the God Hand for Yang as well.
Yeah.
Just everything just snowballed together.
Yeah, and it was one after another, and like I said, my heart was racing because I was like, okay, well, I got Zot, let's go do that. And then I said, in my mind when I finished that, well, I was, first of all, I was happy to get through that mom bomb. That mom bomb's kind of rude there, but I was thinking to myself, I said, this would be really nice if this was Baron Key, and then it was, boom, and then even better after that when I was laughing out loud as I got Edward, and then I took the rat tail from Baron to turn it in, and it gave me this boon. So it was kind of just one thing after another.
Yeah. It was just kind of like a tumble effect.
Yeah, so the routing was, I was happy with that. That typically that's not how a seed goes for me, so I was happy to get pretty lucky today.
So, I mean, let's think about all the, I would say, standard things that you managed to skip. You didn't open a single chest in Eblan Castle, which I think is hilarious. You didn't have to step foot in Sylph Cave at all. I think you skipped Dwarf Castle entirely as well. There's just so many things that, like, seem to be just part of the common route that people pick, and you were able to bypass all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of, yeah. I think just the way it went, it was, lucky routing. I did have a choice to go to the tower or Sylph to do Sheila 1, and I figured, well, there's a pretty good chance I could pick up a sand ruby or a pan, or one of those chests might have a key item. Obviously Evelyn Castle was there, but that Evelyn Castle was kind of one of those things. Well, I chose to fade it, so I don't think I'm gonna go there. And so the least item I expected to get in the tower was the darkness crystal. And that was the first thing I got. So I knew then, I said, okay, well, we got go mode, but we definitely need levels. And then I can come back down to the Fey March. Because at that point I'd already bought a mute knife, so I knew the Magus Sisters were going to be pretty much free-ish. Or as free as they can get, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I didn't really know how I was going to tackle honestly, I didn't know how I was going to tackle the Dark Elf, but I guess there's I don't know much about the God Hand, but apparently there's a weakness there.
God Hand is a holy based weapon.
Okay, well there we
like
go.
Like a X-Cal.
Yeah, I zerked up Edge, and then I did a power shot with Yang for quad 9s, and I said, well, I zerked the wrong person. So.
Nope. The God Hand is a holy weapon and does tremendous damage to Dark Elf.
Yeah, he didn't stand a chance, so was fortunate with that as well. And then the mute knife being in Baron was, I saw that, I picked that up immediately because I knew Magus Sisters was down there. Yeah, that's kind of how my thought process went. I figured I could get levels on the moon with the hair dryers because you can get quite a bit. I had 10 key items, so did that, then took Cave Bahamut, and that was nice too because Asura is, also weak to the mute knife, so.
Yep. It took you a little bit of time because you had to set up all your blinks and stuff.
Yeah, I was still low 30s, low level 30s.
And I understand that.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, just play it safe and get the blinks up, and then go from there.
And I like that strategy. I mean, playing it safe, it's always a good idea. So, Vitasia, do you have any more questions for Frankie Bones?
Oh, we might have lost Vitasia.
No, I was asking if Itasia had any more questions for you.
Sorry, no questions. Sorry, neighbor was banging on the door. So
Oh, okay.
apologies.
No problem.
No problem at all.
No, I was just wondering if you had any more questions for Frankie Bones.
No, good to go. Just GG's fantastic run. Really looking forward. I guess. Last question. I did have a question. That was right. So your team, that was the victory for your team for the week. So your guys' record moves up. How have you guys been feeling overall through this potion party as you're getting ready for Moonveil Mixer in the next few weeks?
Oh, I feel good. Our team is solid. I think RPG Mel just got his first win on Friday or Thursday, so GG's there. CS Radical, I think he went 3-0, and then Plumeria, everyone, we all know how good Plumeria is. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about our team. I have not practiced Moonveil Mixer very much, so I've got a little bit of work to do there. But, I think with Potion Party being so different, most of our practice time was kind of steered towards that. But, yeah, you're right. Time to shift gears to the other flag set, which is a more traditional flag set, and then kind of work out how the feel of that one, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I understand that as well. I've been practicing Moonveil myself as well.
All right, with that, otherwise, I just have to say GG's. Great job.
GG.
Way to finish up the potion party by turning in the fastest time for the tournament. So
yeah, it feels good. I'm not gonna lie, I put a lot of practice in, so I'm very happy about it. GG's to Cubs. He's a great racer. I love racing against him. So, and we're both Cubs fans, so that's always good. And then thank you to Asuka and Bangagong for tracking, and Ninja and Vitasia. Thank you for doing comms on this race. I look forward to watching it back.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do it over a lunch break. It's super short.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, I appreciate it. Everyone have a good day, and we'll be back for Moonveil Mixer.
Yep.
All right, bye.
All right, as Frankie Bones finish up, and also did give us some part music, so we talked over all of that. That's fine. Cubsrule, on the other hand, is on his Dark Elf fight, already taken out the Magus Sisters, already forged and completed Tower of Zot. So, does have the Baron Key. Will be interesting to see if he opts to liberate Baron Castle and then complete Cave Bahamut, or is just going to go straight to the moon. It's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of another when it comes to time investment between the two, but one is certainly easier. I think it's worth pointing out for a Potion Party seed that, as much as Cubsrule has cleared out, he's still going to finish like sub 120. This is still going to be a very, very good Potion Party seed time. It's just, you can't, it's really hard when someone, has the optimal route and they just happen to run it. It's really hard to win there.
Yeah, it's bad when someone just what I would call big brain, strategy play it, You just big brain it.
No, absolutely. And there's no shame in that whatsoever. Rando is
Oh.
gonna rando sometimes.
Yeah, that's the correct term, J-Rom. frankiebones basically just god routed the seed and got lucky.
I'm gonna, outside of god routing, I'm gonna use the term board routed in the name of board face. The original,
Yeah.
random. This was a board routing.
I could see it being a thing. I just still felt like Asuka had to go somewhere soon. Rolling the seed.
I mean, sometimes you have to assume that. It's like, come on, it's time to go.
Are you allowed to roll jets? I guess you can. Wait a minute. I'm looking at something.
What you looking at?
Well, when I saw he was equipping one of the small children. Oh, that's right. He has Porm, doesn't he?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yep. I was thinking, is that a Palm? You got the arrow and the bow in the wrong hand.
That is a paladin.
Oh, that is a Palm? Yeah, the bow's in the right hand, not the left hand. Doesn't really matter with this fight.
I mean, it's not like Paladin's going to be doing a whole lot of shooting.
No, Hal ain't gonna do nothing here. It's mainly Edge, Young, and we're just gonna go with mainly Young. Oh no, it is a Palm because it casts virus. Yeah, Palm is left-handed. Yeah, Palm's left-handed, Porm's right-handed. Which, the other character in the game that is also left-handed is Kane.
One of the weird quirks of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I don't know of any other games that specifically designate a lefty or a righty.
Yep.
Other than sports games.
Yep. This is one of them. And there we go. There goes Liberate during Castle. What does he do after this?
Bahamut.
Probably Cape Bahamut.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't even remember what's at Cape Bahamut.
Cape Bahamut was Asura. So
Oh, it's
And
free.
we had the mute dagger, so that
Mm.
will be utilized.
I mean, you gotta utilize the mute dagger. Was that like a dancer and a frog? That's
I
up the
believe
wall.
so. Yeah.
Yep.
Meantime, while Cubs Rule ends up finishing up, we do want to give you guys a reminder about other ongoing races this evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time over on the Free Enterprise 2 channel. Commander Leonhardt versus the Bardic Panda is going to be going on over at 7 o'clock again, Free Enterprise 2. And then right here on Free Enterprise Prime at 9 p.m. Eastern, Cecil versus Fly Eagles Fly 72. Last two Potion Party seeds to be run. I think everyone else, even the off-stream ones, have been run. So this is all the Potion Party you're going to get for a little bit. Load
Yep.
up while you can.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 9 o'clock race.
Yeah, I did. I did. I watched one of the Cecil's earlier races, and he impressed me quite a bit. Um, both he and Fly Eagles Fly. Fly Eagles Fly is also 2-0. I
Yep.
think Cecil is 1-1, but they are both
Yep.
fantastic runners for them. So that's going to be a very good race.
Cubs, just go to the moon. To the moon.
He's trying to find this cheeky sand ruby so you can dodge the moon entirely. I respect it. I respect it, but
Yeah,
feels bad.
it ain't gonna happen. I'm hoping Cubs doesn't just, try to do hair dryers.
Mr. Bus Driver, no, every team races every week. However, each team is made up of 4 runners, and only 3 of those runners run each week. One person does have to sit out every week. If one person has it, like we're just finishing up Potion Party, so one team member had to sit out week 1, 2, 3, 4, and you couldn't duplicate. Same thing is going to happen for Moonveil Mixer. So 4 team members, 4 weeks, but you only ever run 3 races because you have to take a week off. And strategizing who takes a week off is part of the game, really. Trying to see who your team aligns with, who you're going to match up with, trying to maximize your strengths. It's really kind of an interesting format here, and there's a lot of, I'm not going to call it jockeying, but I think a lot of interesting decisions that are made completely off stream and in our Discord.
Oh yeah, yeah. It happens quite a bit. Firebird, if I had to guess, the Sand Ruby's probably in Self Cave. I would assume. I mean, neither one actually checked the Self Cave trap chest, did they?
Cubsrule checked a few of the Self Cave trap chests. Absolutely.
I'm still thinking it's probably there.
It's hard. Part of my soul wants it to be in Luca Cave because no one had access to warp. So it could have been If you could have found the Palom early, then it might have been a super big play.
Oh, actually, yeah. Last arm was also an option.
But that's one of the beauties of being on this side of the controller. We love making up really horrible places for the last end item to be, just so there's nothing, no other variable.
Yeah, we never found the pan, so it could have been like pan behind like something else. It just could have only been behind pan.
And with that, that is the 6th and final objective complete for Cubsrule.
Yes.
Yeah, completed 1:18:37. Again, with everything else that he did, that's still a fantastic time.
You said 1 sub 20, so you're right.
I may have been doing this for a little bit. Who knows?
Same here.
Let's see if Cubs is going to join us in the booth. All right, so yeah, Cubs is declining an interview. Don't necessarily blame him at this point in time. It was still a fantastic race run. So give both of our runners, frankiebones and Cubsrule, a follow here on Twitch. Also, one more time, just a reminder: 7 p.m. Eastern over on Free Enterprise 2, we have Commander Leonhardt versus the Bardic Panda. Finally, at 9 o'clock here, right here on Free Enterprise Prime, Cecil versus Fly Eagles Fly 72. Those are going to be the hype races, and like we said, that's the end of Potion Party. So let's get our fill in while we can. Other than that, I want to give a shout out to everyone else behind the scenes doing all sorts of work. Asuka for rolling this fantastic jet seed. Although we're going to wrap this up because clearly you have someplace to go. Bangagong for the tracking, and of course, E-Ninja, my co-comps. Always a pleasure working with you, man.
And also, I want to give shout outs to Vitasia for amazing co-commentary.
Oh, you're too kind, sir. Too kind. But otherwise, that does it. I don't think we have a raid target, or if we do, I didn't read it. Oh, we are raiding Cecil, actually, for Potion Party training. So we're going to directly raid one of the runners, and hopefully he'll send the party back our way when it's time to roll. So... Oh. Okay, Oscar. We're going to be sending you someplace. Sword? Can we get a sword here? Okay. We'll either way, we'll get everything taken care of here in a little bit. But again, thank you. Most importantly, thank you everyone to the community. There we go. We do get the raid going. Remember to follow us on Discord. Have a great rest of the evening, everyone. And we'll catch you at the next race.
Bye.